Okay, so I'm about to have my lunch, but I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna do a video before I do my lunch and just basically talk about what has been going on, even if it means that I have to do a daily talk through of what I've been doing every day, because it means that I'm talking to you about what I'm getting done. It's letting me know and look back at my videos to see what I have achieved each day, because I think it's really important. Sorry, I'm talking so fast, slow down. I think it's really important to talk about you know, the things that you're doing and what you're achieving every day. Every minute of every day is so special. I am a believer in God, so I well and truly believe that God has a reason that you know, encourages you or discourages you to get something done every day. I am so thankful I do this business. I mean, it's been an amazing journey, still is an amazing journey, and until the day I die it will be an amazing journey. I just want to make sure that I can actually get through that. So one point I really wanted to clarify in this is dreams. Now, everybody, I think, in their own mind has a dream, and it's so important to stick to your dreams. So they will probably be like long-term goals. I have this dream of, you know, building a theatre and helping all of those people who have a passion for music to be able to sing or play guitar, play piano, play drums, whatever it is that they're absolutely into. And at the same time, when you have dreams like this, it's really important to make them come true, and really important to say them over and over again. A lot of us believe that once we say it once, it's something that we can remember. Some people who really want to believe in that, they write it down, they say it every day to themselves, even if it means, excuse me, got an itchy ear, before they go to bed or when they wake up or something like that. That is the one thing that gets them up every day. I think it's so important. It's so important that you have a dream and you know, work towards that. There are so many entrepreneurs that you can listen to every day who can help you just with some motivational advice to get you moving and get you off your ass to make you get things done. So the thing that I really wanted to clarify today was dreams are something that people can be their worst enemies. So each of you has a dream and each of you wants to achieve that for a certain extent. When you hear naysayers, no, can't do it, no, this doesn't work, why do you live your life like this, what are you doing with your life, stuff like that can really bog you down. It can, because I'm so used to people saying it. I've had it my whole life, people saying don't do it because it doesn't work for you, or why would you do it that way, or I'm really worried about your financial situation and all this sort of stuff. And you know what, that is always going to be in your life. The most powerful people in this world hear that, but they don't take that advice. You know, I think it's so important that when you have a dream, you do say it to yourself every day. You do write it down. You have it somewhere special, whether it's on your fridge or in your bedroom. No matter what people say to you, you can do it. And it sounds really crazy to say this because I watched a video yesterday. Now, some people are money motivated, and yep, you know what? I'm one of them. I'm one of those people who are money motivated. Of course, if you're money motivated, it would be helpful if you know what you're using that money for. And I certainly know that if I did have a certain amount of money, I would make a list of all the things that I could get done, you know, with that money, and it wouldn't feel as if I've got this money, what the hell do I do with it? Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what, I am going to be a little bit more harsh in my videos because I am a very passionate person. So whatever comes from my mouth is through my heart and all the passion that I have. So anyway, as I said, there will be people who don't agree with you, and you've just got to march through life and tell yourself, I can do this. So with this video I watched yesterday, the man, so it's Patrick Bet David. I forgot his name yesterday. I'll link another video down below so you can check him out. I want to help his channel, and I hope that my channel's helped as well, because I would really love to be able to encourage those. And I'm not being sexist here, but he is a man. Women sometimes need to listen to women so that they can be pushed. And I'm not saying you have to listen to me. There are so many entrepreneurs that are women, but I would love to be one of those women who can be there to help you get through the day. So he said something in his video, which was part of the title anyway, how to make a $1 million income. Now, when I saw that video, like probably the average of the world would look at it and go, yeah, that's never gonna happen. Yeah, that's just, what, who cares? Like, I don't work hard enough to get that. I don't think I'm capable. I couldn't do it. Well, you can. And when he said, say this out loud, and at first you're going to be feeling really embarrassed about it and feel really strange, if you keep repeating that every day, it's not going to feel strange anymore, and it's actually going to work for you. I'm not saying that $1 million is something that you want, but it can be something that you can have as long as you know how to do it, and as long as you follow a system. And another thing that people would believe is, oh, if you have $1 million, you're greedy. Well, that is a belief that some people have, and that is never going to change. But I don't believe that it's greedy if you know what you're using that money for. As I was saying to you before, if I had that money right now, it would probably be very overwhelming, but I would be able to write down a whole list of what I would do with that. You know what? The first thing I would do with that money is I'd pay back my credit card debt. I was crazy. At the age of 18, 19, someone said to me, Shani, when I was working full-time in a childcare centre, Shani, get yourself a credit card so you can buy whatever you want. And I remember listening to her and I got so excited. I mean, anyone who hears about a credit card goes, oh my God, I can have a credit card and I can buy whatever I want. And you know what? I did. I blew it all. I just went, I can buy whatever I want. I can go out to lunch every day. I can go out to dinner every day. I even spent some of it investing into a business that didn't work out for me. It was mad. I am, however, thankful that I did it. Even though I have heard so many entrepreneurs who have used a credit card think to themselves, why the hell did I do it? I actually think that it was a good thing I did it, because number one, I started to realize that I've got to know how to manage my money. Money is not something that I can just blow because I feel like it. Money is something that you do have to really think about and know where it's going. So going back to my point again, I would pay back my credit card debt, because I know that is a big thing that I will want to sort out. I would definitely help my husband pay back his credit card debt, because we were at a really struggling financial time last year in our lives. This was when I think this was before I started Synergens. I didn't have a job, and I still don't. I work Synergens full-time. But at that time, I didn't know how to make sales. I had finished working at Abacus Childcare Centre, and I'm happy to say it because I've been there, I've done that. I have nothing against them. They were a pretty amazing centre. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my lifestyle. And Greg, now he's doing a mechanic job as he was that time, but he was earning less, not really getting what he needed, and he was helping me, and he still is, and I'm very, very thankful for everything he does. In fact, I could never thank him enough. Never in my life could I thank him enough, because he's the most amazing person in my life. And I'm not gonna get emotional about that, because nobody wants to hear me cry, so I'm gonna get over that. But he's just been an amazing help. So during that time, I pretty much finished off my credit card, and then we went to this whole incredible stage. Now, I don't know how many of you are watching this video and thinking to yourself, you are mad. Why didn't you stay with your full-time job? Why didn't you know, stick to stability? Why didn't you stick to a full-time income when you were getting 1,000 every 2 weeks, and you know, you knew you were getting that much, and it wasn't unpredictable and it wasn't flexible? Okay, yeah, I did that. I left that job, but I was unhappy. I was so unhappy with my lifestyle because I would come home and I'd be tired. This time round, it's a little bit different because at least I'm going out doing things that I absolutely love. I'm usually most nights I'm pumped. I think yesterday was one of those nights where it really hit me. I think, oh, what did I do yesterday? There was a lot that I did yesterday, and I don't know, maybe I just was making excuses for myself, and that's another thing that you should try not to do. Greg and I were going through this whole stage after I lost my job of how we're gonna get money. Now, it was nuts because I knew I needed to do something better with my life. I knew it couldn't be childcare anymore. It had to be something else. During that time, I was struggling mentally. So I must have been about 23. I was struggling mentally. I had a lot of days, and I'm not afraid to say it, I had a lot of days when I just wanted to die. Seriously. I would get onto the balcony and I would just give up. It was so hard because I knew that there was so much that had to be done. I had bills to pay. I mean, Greg and I had bills to pay because we had to pay rent and keep up with that. And I remember thinking to myself, I am such a failure. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be fine in a minute. But yeah, I wanted to die so bad. So during that time, we did so many things to look for money, and it's insanity because I mean, I did finally find another job that was babysitting. I did that for a couple of months, and that was great because, you know, I was getting a substantial income, nowhere near what I got from childcare. I knew I needed something better with my life, and I still do. Every day I know I'm better off doing something better with my life. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, Greg finally was able to apply for a credit card, so that gave us, you know, a little extra to do something with, and yeah, it was that whole idea of we're just gonna find ways to make money. That's how our life was. It was, let's go out and find ways to make money. During that time, I am so thankful though that I had, in a way, the business didn't work out for me, which was Mobe. However, I am still thankful for trying it because that is the time when they were talking about all these books to help us get better in so many ways. I came across Grant Cardone, and I still listen every now and again to his audiobook. It's the 10x rule. I think that was the one thing that got me up every morning. So I didn't work very long babysitting. God, I gotta stop saying I didn't work very long babysitting, and obviously when you lose a job, you gotta find something else. I didn't lose it, it was more they didn't need me anymore because their son was ready for daycare and they needed to get into it quick smart so that he wouldn't miss his spot. And it's totally understandable. I have no problems with that. I think he was ready and he's an amazing little boy. But it was more to the situation that I was not needed anymore. So it was either then or it was after that that I was found by Senegence. Not Senegence directly, but a beautiful lady, and I'm so thankful for her as well, Cassidy Bullock. She found me on Instagram because I was posting millions of photos of Instagram of myself. And as you do when you love makeup, you just try everything on, take photos of it, go, oh yeah, that looks good, oh that looks shit, you know, I've got to improve, blah blah blah. She reached out to me, told me that she loved the bold lipsticks that I was wearing, and of course Senegence is all about bold lipsticks that stay on for a really long time and get you, you know, they don't melt off your face, all this sort of stuff. So I decided to do that. I still have a job at Toys R Us, but I haven't been called in for a while, and to be honest, I'm not really interested in it anymore. I haven't really thought much about whether I'm going to go back in and tell them I'm done. I think I was just keeping them on the side. That's what Greg was telling me as well, my husband. He said, just keep it just in case you feel like you desperately need the extra money and whether or not they need you anymore, because as I said, I haven't heard from them in a while. I don't do tutoring anymore. I decided that, I was doing this all around the same time. I was doing babysitting, I was doing tutoring, I was doing Toys R Us, and again, it's just not for me. I've tried it, I've done it, so I can honestly say that it's not for me. I am definitely a business person. I love having a business where I can wake up, and it's funny because initially when people talk about businesses, they go, oh, you can wake up whenever you want, you can go to bed whenever. This is true, but at the same time, you're putting so many hours into it, you don't even realize that 24/7 you're basically thinking about your business. Okay, what have I got to do next? Who do I have to help? All that sort of stuff. Who am I helping? Am I helping myself? You know, and I've had many times when Greg has said to me, can you just give me some time? Because I've been so focused on my business. So you will have dreams and there will always be people that tell you can't do it. And you will have struggles. I am not done with my struggles. I do not have the income that I want yet. I will. I'm going to have it. And even if to you right now, you're listening to me say, I am going to have $1 million income, you're probably thinking right now, oh my God, you're such a greedy bitch. And you know what? That is your opinion. I don't see it that way because, as I said, I have a lot of things I need to fix up. I need to fix up my credit card debt. I need to help Greg with his credit card debt. I want to make sure that we've got you know, money to give to charities, because I do. I support Red Cross. That's an amazing organization, and what's even better is the fact that they send you a letter to tell you which family that you've helped that time you've paid or given them a donation. With my business, I also have to have money to invest in that. I can't make a business without investing, and you should know that whenever you get to a point when you're like, I'm going to just make money from scratch, don't think about that. You make money from an investment. You've got to get it somewhere. And as I said before, I'm so thankful that Greg has helped me with this. He knows that I'm going to make my dream come true. I have just had to kick myself over and over again to make that a reality. It is so much easier said than done to get something done, but you just got to do it. So I have had times when I have been refused online, offline, like meeting people, oh, not interested, not right now, not is the time, don't have the money, this, that, and the other. I remember when I first did a video on here and I was talking about the beginning of Senegence, and that was hard too. It took me 5 months before I made my first sale. 5 months. And a lot of people who hear this are probably thinking you probably weren't ready, and you know what? I was not effing ready, but I wanted to do it. I knew that this was the niche for me. I love makeup. I love skincare. I think it's fantastic to know what it's doing for your skin. And anyone out there who needs it, well, this is for them, you know? So it's not as if it's a business that people don't want, and not just don't want, but don't need. They need it so that not just what's going inside of you, your nutrition, whatever word you want to go with, but also what is actually going on your face. If you want to look more awake, if you want to be professional looking, then yes, you're gonna have to wear a bit of makeup. And you want to wear something that's going to not run when you're crying, like I did a few minutes ago, and something that's not going to peel off by the end of the day. So this last week, I don't even remember what I said yesterday on the video, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but this last week I have met a lady in Centrelink. I'm going to be throwing her a party for her 10 friends to do a Senegen's makeup party. I'm so excited about that. That will be the month I come back from the Gold Coast. I have been to review a dress place, bought myself a cardigan today, and the ladies were interested in the makeup. The only problem is one of them lost the book, so it gives me an excuse to go back in again and give them a new book, and hopefully there'll be something that they do like. I've left them some samples. I got refused by a salon today, and that's totally okay because I'm not able to help them, but they're able to help me, and they're still quite genuine about it. So it wasn't as if I, you know, left feeling sad or dead or, you know, discouraged. I went, okay, thanks so much for your time, moving right along. You cannot be, and I know it's hard to say this because I am a very emotional person, you just witnessed me cry. I am a very emotional person, and with this business you do have emotions, but you just have to get back on your feet and start again, because the last thing you want to do is sit in your bed all day crying because nobody said yes to you that day. There are going to be days like that. I'm so used to it now. Still quite scared when I go in and talk to people, because there's always going to be somebody that intimidates you, and somebody that doesn't like what you do, and somebody that thinks that what you're doing is shit. Like your products are shit or whatever. And you know what? I've been there, and I still have yet so many more places to visit where they're going to turn me down and they're going to push me away and they're going to tell me I don't want a bar of it. And that is fine. That is fine, because that is part of how a business works. People don't have a business because, you know, they do the whole, everybody says, yeah, sure, I'd love to do it, because that would just be too easy. Everybody would be successful everywhere. Success is something that you have a duty to do, and you've just got to strive to do it. So yeah, I wanted to go back to when I was saying that $1 million income. I have so many things that I would cross off right now. Charities, credit debt. I mean, who doesn't want to do things like traveling and being able to have a financial income where I can look after my children? I don't have children at the moment, but I do not want to be the parent who says I can't afford it. I do not. I will be a parent who says I can afford it, and I will be a parent who can give my child help if they're in a sticky situation, because that is life. We are always going to be in some sort of situation when we go, oh shit, I don't have any money, I don't know what to do with myself. I would also like to encourage them to go and work their butts off and leave them this business in my will. So I realize this has been a really long video, and I'm sorry if you guys have felt like you know, I've come on here and I've cried for half the video, but I can honestly tell you that this business has changed my life, and I love that. Insanity, yes, because it's been a heartache after heartache after heartache, but it's been so worth it. And the one thing that I know, and I said this to somebody today, actually when I was at review, they said thank you so much for the samples, and I said I love helping women, and that is my mission in life. You know, I'd love to help men as well, but I don't know if I could help them with the makeup. Maybe the skincare, but not so much the makeup side. sides of it, unless of course, yeah, there are so many genders out there. We won't even get into that in this video right now. I can't even begin to tell you, and I have nothing against that. It's just that the world is so open, I'm not going to be able to cover every single gender there is in the world. But coming from a black and white background, which I have, where men and women marry each other and that's it, there's no more. Not saying I'm against everything else, because I do have friends who are gay and all that sort of stuff. I'm just putting it out there that from my heart, that is what I intend to do with this business, is to help women to feel confident and to look stunning, the best that they can absolutely be. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow and I'll let you know how my adventures